The president had been considering two other judges, Amy Coney Barrett and Raymond Kethledge, before Hardiman emerged as a possible nominee over the weekend. Trump will unveil his choice at an event inside the East Room of the White House in Washington, D.C., at 9 p.m. ET. Speaking to reporters on Sunday night after spending the weekend at his private golf club in Bedminster, NJ, Trump said he had yet to settle on a nominee but was getting very close. "They're excellent," the president said about all four of the possible final choices. "Everyone. You can't go wrong." Kavanaugh worked closely with independent counsel Ken Starr during Starr's investigation of President Bill Clinton. As documented in the latest episode of the News Pulse news podcast Skullduggery, Kavanaugh debunked the conspiracy theories that the Clintons were responsible for former aide Vince Foster's death before becoming the primary author of the report laying out the case for Clinton's impeachment. Kavanaugh was concerned with the more explicit sexual details of the report and attempted to redact them just before its publication. One of the possible grounds for Clinton's impeachment in Kavanaugh's report was the fact Clinton lied to his aides and the American public via his press team. In a 2009 piece for the Minnesota Law Review, Kavanaugh said that he believed presidents should not be subject to civil lawsuits or criminal investigations in office because they were time-consuming and distracting. After assisting in George W. Bush's efforts in the 2000 Florida recount, Kavanaugh joined the White House, serving first as a counsel to the president and then as a staff secretary. Bush nominated Kavanaugh for a position on the D.C. Circuit in July 2003, but his confirmation took nearly 3 years, because Democrats contended he was too partisan for the federal bench. Kavanaugh was called an unqualified judicial nominee by the New York Times before his May 2006 confirmation on a 57-36 vote. In 2016, the conservative National Review said that Kavanaugh's opinions were clear, consistent, thorough, and thoughtful, and had an analytical clarity that would make the late Supreme Court Justice Anthony Scalia proud. In his time on the bench, Kavanaugh has declared the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau unconstitutional and ruled against Obama-era environmental regulations. Kavanaugh's name being floated as a nominee has caused some infighting on the right, with one group stating that the judge was not anti-abortion enough in a case involving an immigrant girl requesting the procedure. Multiple conservative writers have defended Kavanaugh against this claim. Hardiman, 53, is on Trump's Supreme Court shortlist for the second time. He was runner-up to Neil Gorsuch, who Trump nominated to the Supreme Court last year. According to the New York Times, Trump has recently expressed renewed interest in Hardiman, who was added late to the president's list of finalists. Some in Trump's inner circle were reportedly intrigued by Hardiman's life story. The Waltham, Massachusetts, native, worked his way through high school and college by driving a taxi. If nominated and confirmed, Hardiman would be the only Supreme Court justice not to have attended an Ivy League school. He received a BA from the University of Notre Dame, becoming the first member of his family to graduate from college. Hardiman studied law at Georgetown University Law Center, where he edited the Georgetown Law Journal, receiving a Juris Doctor with honors. His relatively humble origins and different alma maters might be preferable for a president who regularly denounces political elites. Throughout the 1990s, Hardiman was a litigator and trial lawyer at various law firms in Washington, D.C. and Pittsburgh. In 2003, then-President George W. Bush nominated Hardiman to the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Pennsylvania. He would only hold that position for 3 years before Bush nominated Hardiman to the Third Circuit, where he served with Trump's sister, Judge Marianne Trump Barry. She reportedly spoke favorably of Hardiman to her brother. Kethledge, 51, was born in Summit, NJ, and raised in Michigan. He studied history as an undergraduate at the University of Michigan and went on to the University of Michigan Law School, where he graduated magna cum laude and second in his class in 1993. She's also said to be a favorite of Fox News host Sean Hannity, who Trump met with at his New Jersey golf club Sunday. Abortion has emerged as a key issue in the looming confirmation battle, as Republicans hold a one-vote majority, 51 to 49, in the Senate and need at least 50 to confirm Trump's pick. Senator Susan Collins, a Maine Republican who supports abortion rights, said last week that she would not support someone who would overturn Roe v. Wade, the landmark 1973 Supreme Court decision that protects a woman's right to have an abortion. "I believe very much that Roe v. Wade is settled law," Collins said on ABC's This Week. "A candidate who would overturn Roe v. Wade would not be acceptable to me, because that would indicate an activist agenda that I don't want to see a judge have." Collins and Senator Lisa Murkowski, R. Alaska, were among 5 GOP senators who met with Trump last month to discuss the Supreme Court vacancy. Both are seen as key swing votes. Trump said he expects a swift confirmation of Kennedy's replacement before the midterm elections. And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell vowed to vote on Kennedy's successor this fall. Many Democrats said the Senate should follow the standard set by McConnell and refuse to vote on Trump's next nominee to the High Court. President Barack Obama's choice for Scalia's replacement, Merrick Garland, was blocked by congressional Republicans, who argued that the seat should be left unfilled until after the 2016 election. "There should be no consideration of a Supreme Court nominee until the American people have a say," Senator Dianne Feinstein, D. California, tweeted. Leader McConnell set that standard when he denied Judge Garland a hearing for nearly a year, and the Senate should follow the McConnell standard now. Last week, McConnell reportedly told Trump that Kethledge and Hardiman presented the fewest obstacles to being confirmed. But Leonard Leo, an official of the Federalist Society who is Trump's top Supreme Court advisor, said Sunday that the pair were lesser known, and it would therefore take longer to line up conservative support for them. "It's important to have people who are extremely well known and have distinguished records," Leo said on ABC's This Week. Senator Lindsey Graham, RSC, sees no such issues. "Republicans are holding 4 lottery tickets," Graham said on Fox News Sunday. "And all of them are winners." More Supreme Court coverage from News Pulse News.